Hello, beautiful souls. So, why don't we shift behaviors that are painful, even to us? So, for instance, like we might have an issue with anger. Um, like, you ask for an orange, I hand you an apple, and you explode. Or you might have an issue with neediness. You're always talking too much, you're always asking for everything. You're basically pushing everyone away because you're just sucking energy and time and air space from everybody, and you know that, and yet you're not able to shift it. Or maybe you're a people pleaser. You're always giving to everybody else and not to yourself, and it makes you seem really disingenuous because you're saying yes even when you mean no, and everybody can feel that. And you will have some awareness of these things, of course. And why don't you shift them? Why are they so hard to change? So I had a client that I was working with recently, and this issue came up. And so I've been reflecting on it yet again. Like, why is this stuff so hard? And I think sort of the macro reason that we don't want to shift stuff, even when it's hurting us, and we can see that doing this is also hurting other people around us, is because on some level it makes us feel safe. What do I mean by that? Well, most patterns like that, most behavioral patterns that we have, anger, neediness, people pleasing, any kind of like deep relational pattern like that, we usually developed as a coping mechanism as a child. So if you're angry all the time, maybe you were in a situation as a child where you didn't get what you needed unless you exploded with anger. And so you learned that in order to be fed, your diaper changed, taken care of, whatever it was that you needed, you had to explode with anger. Well, that would pretty much instill anger as a useful, safe tool. And of course, as an adult, as you get older, you don't need to do that anymore. But you have that pattern, and your system, like your biological self, is like anger equals safety, right? So you can imagine this kind of scenario for any other kind of crazy adaptive behavior that we do. Neediness, you had to be really needy in order to get what you needed. You had to people please, like whatever, these kinds of things. So if you're working on some kind of pattern like that, it's just like addiction. One of the things to do is understand that, okay, it might not be serving you now, but this one probably served you as a kid. And if you can give yourself, first of all, give yourself a break and understand that it's an adaptation, it's something you're doing to feel better, that will help. Yeah? So feel into that and play with that. Hope that helps.